Wes, this was one of the best shooting nights in franchise history. How did you guys just get on in that type of offensive rhythm?
You know what? I didn't know that it was that good, but 70+% in the first half is pretty incredible. And we talked about it at halftime. We're not going to shoot 70% all game, but still shot pretty well. That was kind of the messaging is don't get complacent with just making shots. We still got to anchor ourselves in the defense, make sure we're getting back. And we knew they were going to ramp things up. To your question, I thought ball movement was key. Another high assist night, 32 assists. That ball starts popping. We usually shoot with high efficiency. So credit to our guys that we didn't get too static for most of the game, and we were able to keep pace.
A lot of guys got involved, but what did you think about Brad's performance?
Oh, he was great. He was great, and honestly, he was great on both ends. He's really had two really good defensive games these last two nights. And aside from scoring points and facilitating, doing all the other things, he had a 10 assist night, a couple nights ago. He's really locked in defensively. So a complete game, and he's playing with effort. I think it's kind of helped steady the group because they know they're going to rely on him on both ends, and they can rely on him to not only score the ball but be a reliable facilitator. And he's been playmaking, possession after possession. It really opens things up for everyone.
Wes, could you speak to maybe the intensity that Brad showed tonight? He's had a couple of really good games, like 32 against Portland, but they've seemed like kind of more quiet performances, and he had a little flair tonight, it seemed like.
That's probably a question for him. I mean, I like it. It's good to see, and I hope it continues. But I thought, he took some contact and maybe felt like he got fouled a couple times, so that kind of, adds a little bit, to your intensity. You start to play downhill even more, which is great.
You've mentioned Deni's improved finishing around the rim. What has he been doing to kind of work on that? How do you get better at that? Is it just reps?
A lot of it's reps. It's reps, with certain footwork. It's reps versus contact. It's reps in tight spaces. It's hard to mimic in practice, the length of a 7-footer coming to contest a shot, but you have to kind of, find ways to create those scenarios. So when you do find yourself in those situations, it's just instinct. You're just reacting. You're not overthinking it. You're not surprised by it. And I think that's added to his overall repertoire, being able to finish at the high rate. Now, you get to the line, you get free throws. He's more comfortable playing downhill.
Monte, you just looked locked in from the beginning of the game. What was working so well for you?
Just my focus. I didn't have a good game against him none this year, so I just was like, I had to just come out, try to be focused. I watched way more film, all my games against him, and I knew it's a game we kind of needed. We got a good opportunity. Everybody thinking about All-Star break and stuff like that. We just trying to stay focused and do what we do.
Also, I'm noticing it's underrated, but your defense has been really impressive. What's been going into that?
Really just me feeling better and just being able to move. I think just studying more film and just watching guys' tendencies. I think I'm doing a better job as far as just knowing what's coming when they get in a certain alignment. So it kind of gives me an advantage, just knowing the play calling on the opposition. And
then last one for you, just everything was clicking and flowing. Just kind of the vision you all saw with this team when you have a night like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's contagious. We got a lot of guys that can score. Brad is the is the head of the snake. So when he get going, and Brad is on it. Like I always said, he's one of the most unselfish guys I play with. He's not a guy who just want to shoot the ball every time. Like he'll draw the defense and make the right play, every time. So with him going like that, only missing 5 shots, KP always hiding down the line. It's just a great night. The ball is contagious when it's popping like that, and we got a good team.
You and Haliburton have a relationship as Iowa State guys?
Yeah.
What's it like going up against him?
It's big time. For me, he came a little after me, but when I first saw him, funny story, when I first saw him, he had came in, he was a freshman, he was probably like 155 pounds, and I told Coach Prom, I was like, yo, he gonna be the one. And they was kind of like, You think so? You think so? Because they was high like on Horton Tucker and those guys that was coming in, and he was kind of under radar guy. And I was like, yeah, it's just the way he got a feel for the game. He was making the right play. He was making his open shots, but nobody seen it. And then he had a good freshman year, and then he showed the country sophomore year. So for him to see what he's doing now and being an all-star, like, it's just amazing to see. You know, and Coach Prone was like, you was right. But yeah, I always knew he had some game on him.
And what's been working for you specifically from three-point range? Like the last 30 games, you're shooting 43% from three.
Just reps. Like I said, early in the year, I just not trying to get down on myself. Like I said, Isaiah Thomas, IT used to always just tell me you can't storm forever. So, sun got to come out sooner or later. So I just kind of always keep that mindset. It's 82 games, and I know if I just be consistent with my work, the tide will always pass over and play in my favor.
Brad, a big night for you offensively. What was working for you?
First, praise my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Just felt good. Body felt good. Good rhythm. I always credit our defenses. Just led us to getting out in open court, getting some easy shots early. Easy looks at the basket, and just shooting with confidence. We talked about it the other day. Just more I shoot, more I'm confident, and just being aggressive.
What was it like just kind of fighting through contact to the rim? It seems like you made a bunch of plays that weren't very easy to make.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're trying to get through to the refs one way or another, is, try to get us to the free throw line. We attack hard. We're a very attacking team. We attack with force, and, we don't avoid contact. We try to play through contact. And some things you wish that are called and some aren't, but we keep playing. That's what I love about us. We just keep playing, and control we can control. Yeah.
Brad, we haven't talked to you since deadline day. What did you make of the teams kind of staying chill? What did you make of this team?
Oh, I was going to say the team. I was going to say a lot of teams did.
No. A lot of teams did a lot of stuff. This team
people
did
everywhere. It's Shep's vision. It's where we are as a team. I think our biggest thing is being healthy. You can't really evaluate a team that has been, that's quote unquote healthy all year. And now this is our team. You can't make any adjustments now. You gotta ride it out throughout the rest of the year. We got 25 plus left, so we gotta really strap them up, lace them on, and go out and compete. We've shown that with this group we can compete with some of the best teams in the league. But we just gotta stay healthy and put it all together.
You haven't needed much ramp-up time. And when you come back from injuries, it's pretty much picking up where you left off. When you're healthy, how do you evaluate yourself in this kind of little last stretch of the season?
I don't know yet. It's a lot of game to be played. My biggest thing is making sure that we're all playing the right way and we're having fun doing it. I would say this last month, I would say this is probably the most fun we've had playing the game. We've enjoyed being out there. We've enjoyed each other's success, and it's just a domino effect in a way. So these last 20 plus, it starts with me. I got to make sure I'm available, but more than anything, locked in and ready to lead.
Hey, Brad, we know you guys can score, but just talk about the defense tonight, what you saw out there.
Well, one, we got two big twin towers that protect the rim, and I think us as guards, sometimes we rely on them a little too much, but they always got our backs. They're altering shots. They're making guards change their mind at the basket, bigs too, and they're blocking shots. They're helping always. They're the true anchors of our defense. So, our biggest thing is making sure we pay attention to the details and knowing personnel when we come into the game and scouting and all that, and just challenge ourselves, man. Coach challenged us the other day, being better on the ball individually, and not putting all that pressure on the bigs necessarily as guards. We have to be a lot better, and tonight was an example of it. We had some slippage in the third, but we did a good job of sustaining and reacting.